Hi, this is Dawn Michelle from Makeup or Breakup, and today I'm doing a hopefully quick 5-minute get ready with me as I talk about what I am so excited to be going to, which is Bookcon. To start off my face, it smells so good. So yeah, I love to read. I love books. Books were my first love, and I think still are. Not were, they still are my first love. I was fighting against getting the digital audio versions of books because I felt that was lazy. And you really can't fall in love with the words and have the words in front of you and get surrounded by these words and paint the picture in your mind. It's almost handed to you when you deal with audio. It becomes a conversation, a one-sided conversation where someone's talking to you and you're just absorbing information, but you're not really painting a picture in your mind. You're too busy listening. So for me, I fought it against it a long time to get Audible. And it was only just this year, actually, with the coming out of a book by Rose McGowan, Brave, that I decided, you know what, I'm going to get the audio. So I signed up for Audible and got her book, which is extraordinary, by the way. It's two different experiences, obviously, when you're reading the book versus listening. And her voice is very expressive and puts more truth and weight to what I was reading, even though what I was reading was a lot to take in. It was a very powerful read, and not something that I don't think anybody, I mean, I'm sure there were people out there that read it in one take in one day, but there's just so much in there to absorb and actually read and go through that it's not a book to read in a day, although you could do it, but I think you'll miss a lot of the impact if you're speed reading through it and not really experiencing what the book has to say and what its impact is. So that aside, not that I am a promoter by any means of books, but I am a promoter of reading, and reading things that help to elevate mankind or make people understand each other just a little bit better. I'm an advocate for. So Audible, if you're out there, I would love to promote you. I just love Color Pop's No Filter Concealer. It's awesome. This is the Catrice Prime and Fine, which I'm just using to set under my eyes real quick. Since I added the concealer, I want to make sure that it doesn't disappear. I am so excited about going to Bookcon. I went last year. Last year was a year of firsts for me. It was my first to go to beauty conventions, which I went to my first BeautyCon and my first Gen Beauty, which is created and carried out by Ipsy, which I recently did a review on one of their subscription bags on. I'll probably post it here. And I like that. See, I like the finish of this Catrice stuff. I do. It's just a little too dark for me, but I'll make it work. I'll just brush it down a bit so I don't look scary. Bookcon, I found fascinating because I go, well, I'm going to beauty conventions, and books were my first love. Beauty is something I've only gone into heavy for the past couple of years, so I was like, gee, maybe I should check out Bookcon. And it was fantastic. I had the best time. I found all these great books. It was fantastic. You know, the meeting people, artists, writers. I'm just gonna put a little. And I just had the best time. I went in with no expectations. I had a blast, you know. And some of the booths, they were, you know, creative, imaginative. Some were fun, like Golden Books. Remember those? They had like this like bookmobile. It was so cute. And I picked up a couple of golden books, just, you know, the little golden books, the hardcover little books that we had as children. For some of us that didn't have computers, golden books was the way to go as far as learning how to read. They were our introduction to reading. So I really enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun. So I'm gonna keep blending. See, this is slowing down my 5 minutes. This is what slows down your 5 minutes. Not the actual application of makeup. It is the blending. Blending again. How's your week? How are you enjoying your week? Has it been fun? Are you going to Bookcon? Will I be seeing you there? I mean, Bookcon is only slightly different from like BeautyCon, let's say, in the fact that the people that are going there are there for obviously a different interest. But I also view it as a way to make connections. You're meeting with people who actually work for the company, you know. And if you're an aspiring writer, or let's say even the graphic artist, because I know Image Comics is going to be there. You know, they give out the list of who's participating, just like any other conference, like Bookcon, or BeautyCon. So I got to see the list, and they have an app that they come out with every year for their thing, and you just tap off the ones that you want to see or are interested in, or they give a description of what they're about, which helps you to decide whether or not you want to spend time at their booth. And then when the day comes, you get a ding. If they have something special going on at their booth, you go. New York Comic Con is going to have a booth there, believe it or not, at Bookcon. Again, like I say, you know, Comic Con exists because of what? The comic book, the graphic novel. Kids read. Teenagers, some of them, kids read, you know. And adults who still remember what an actual book looks like, they read. And I think I'm just about done with my look. I don't know why I find this a little severe in the eyes, but it just feels like it is, and I don't know why. Now, I chose not to put on eyeliner, and I chose not to put like a highlighter on. I don't think. Should I put a highlighter on? Maybe I should put on a lipstick. Maybe. Should I? I mean, if I'm going out the door, this is probably how I would look, except that I probably would put something on my lips. Sorry again about the noise outside my window. And that essentially is my completed look. I didn't even do my never mind, don't worry about it. So this is going to be my look. Just stand back a little bit so we could see it in all its complicated glory. So that's basically it. And am I excited about Bookcon? Yes, indeed I am. I can't wait to go. Do I have any specific authors that I'm dying to see? Not necessarily, but that doesn't mean that if I see something that catches my eye, or a premise of a book or cover that catches my eye, that I won't go over to see what it's about and introduce myself to the author and see what the author has to say, because there are some smaller book houses or authors that go to sell their book at Bookcon, and sometimes that's a great way to get to know somebody in the business and get their take on what they went through in order to get their book published. They're doing it in real time. They would have the best, most up-to-date information, say, to someone who's already established with 10 novels under their belt. When you already have several books under your belt, then it's easier to get published. The only thing then you have to deal with, the next unique thing, is the pressure to produce another hit, which that's a whole other ball game, which I'm not familiar with. But I hope to see you at Bookcon. I will be there tomorrow. It's during the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. You could have gotten a ticket for one or both days. There was also a VIP ticket as well, and they have tickets for children. that are $10. I think the adults, depending on the day you went, Saturday is $35 and Sunday would be $30. And I forgot what the VIP cost because that was already sold out by the time I remembered to get online and book my tickets. So I'm awfully excited. Hope to see you there at Bookcon. And I believe we're going to be at the Javits Center again this year. Way to go, Javits. So can't wait to be there. And I will post a video about my experiences, what I've come across, and maybe some actual purchases. I got some cool stuff last year, so let's see what happens this year. There are giveaways, so who knows? This is Dawn Michelle from Makeup or Breakup on yet another deviation from the beauty path, this time about Bookcon.